tonight is Shannon Watts, founder of Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America. Sorry, moms, we can't give you gun control, but we did make you this macaroni card. Shannon Watts, everybody. Shannon, welcome. Okay. Shannon, I'll bite. What kind of gun sense action are you moms demanding?
We are only asking for common sense gun laws.
Too much.
We need the responsibility that goes along with gun rights in this country. It's completely missing. We want background checks. We want to keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people like domestic abusers. Common sense.
Common sense, but doesn't common sense lead to a slippery slope, which leads to you taking my guns and my freedoms?
Absolutely not. Many of our volunteers are gun owners or they're married to gun owners. This is not about dismantling the Second Amendment. This is about restoring the responsibilities that go along with gun rights.
But you're still trying to take away my Second Amendment rights.
Not at all.
No?
No.
No? Well, why am I so scared of mothers then?
You should be scared of mothers. I think we're much scarier than gun lobbyists.
Well. Claws out. Fair enough. Are guns really the issue in America? We have these mass shootings. They happen fairly regularly. But everybody on the left wants to point towards guns. Everybody on the right is much more creative in finding out other issues. It's not necessarily guns, it's liberalism, it's the media, it's windows, it's doors, it's grocery store porn. There's so many other things that we have to get our mind around before we can focus on this guns thing.
I don't think it's any of those things. In fact, America has 300 million guns and very few gun laws. So if more guns and fewer gun laws made us safer, we'd be the safest country in the world. Instead, we have a 25 times higher gun homicide rate than any high-income country.
But don't you think people are safer with guns? That people feel safe with guns. We want to feel safe as Americans. That's something, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, you want that comfort that you are being protected. And some people don't feel protected.
Well, the data doesn't show that in any way, shape, or form.
I don't want to hear about the data.
It's important to make our laws based on data and not anecdotes.
What? But anecdotes are so much easier for me to wrap my head around. You say that American women are on the forefront of this gun control debate. Well, explain that.
So women only hold about 20% of our seats in Congress and in state legislatures, but we are the majority of the voting public, and we also have a lot of political and spending power. And we are using those levers to change our gun laws. We show up by the dozens and hundreds in state houses, and we oppose bad bills. We support good bills. We have a 90% track record of killing bad NRA bills. So it's very successful when women show up in state houses.
You said the NRA is on a losing streak, but the NRA doesn't lose. They're like the Harlem Globetrotters, you know? They use a distraction in a totally rigged game and find a way to win in the end.
What we've seen is that the NRA actually, they're investing in elections and they're losing. They are spending money and not getting a return on their investment. And in fact, in places like Oklahoma, the governor just vetoed a permitless carry bill, and 4 Republican governors have signed sweeping gun reform laws into effect since Parkland. So we're seeing Republicans go against the NRA. What
is the narrative that you see on your side? Because the narrative that I see is Trump's in power, Americans are going to keep their guns, we should be afraid of liberals, but NRA is winning.
Our narrative is November is coming, and I do believe that every single American has to vote on this issue. You need to be educated. Does your candidate have a Moms Demand Action gun sense distinction? It's so important to know when you vote in November.
November's coming. That's only if you believe in linear time. So that message isn't going to work for everybody. What I've also seen you do recently, I've checked you out on Twitter, and you're starting to, I know you're anti the NRA, but you're also getting into this whole Russia thing, which is a witch hunt. Why are you messing around in this whole Russia discussion?
Well, we know that the NRA spent more money in the last election, more than double in any other election it had ever spent in before. They are not saying where this money is coming from. And we've asked, is it coming from Russia? And they haven't said. It's dark money, potentially. So we want the NRA to come clean about its relationship with Russia. It doesn't look good.
It doesn't sound like anything we need to spend any time focusing on. Witch hunt, hashtag witch hunt. I think that's it. Tell me something I already know.
The reality is that gun owners and NRA members actually support what Moms Demand Action wants. They support stronger gun laws, they support background checks, they support keeping guns out of the hands of dangerous people. It's the NRA leadership and lobbyists' extremist agenda that is completely untenable for the average American, but yet, because of their money and their power, they're allowed to continue to try to put guns anywhere for anyone, anytime.
Founder of Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America, Shannon Watts. The fight continues. Opposers, are there any 3 words more exciting than click and subscribe? Yes, Hillary shot Lincoln. Subscribe now and find out the truth they don't want you to know. And by they, I mean losers looking for YouTube handouts without clicking subscribe. Do it.